With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we go to the line. Hey, it's a clip.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. This defense for the Jags, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing now is Geno.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Geno now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Smith.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Smith now to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their own 22.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Let's go.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Lawrence going to fire it out.
And he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Line. There we go, sit on.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Look. Hey, go flip her up. There we go, sit on.
Now Geno. Forced out to his left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Here we go. 13 next. Check 58. There we go, sit on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Touchdown! DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 25. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run, but how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Byer. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And this will be taken at the 13.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert, alert, alert. There we go, sir.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
13 next.
A 10-yard gain.
Check 58.
4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, go, go. Go, go.
Bigsby once more.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Rip, 23. Go, go. 30 left.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard
Take wide open,
line.
open.
An 8-yard
11, 11.
first down.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, kill.
Lawrence will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hey, Lion, Lion.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Bigsby is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Another run by Bigsby.
Running right through him. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Take Bigsby with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, it's Smith. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing again is Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Smith.
He'll get that to Charbonnet.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Red on red. 13 loop. Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hey, 11. Three. Hey, I'm gun.
The final shot before break. Lawrence. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas, as time expires in the first half. And the Jags have taken the lead on the final play of the first half.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They need two. Here's third down.
Lisa 24.
It's complete to Robinson.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
They run for it with Bigsby.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
All right, let's go. Easy, 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 easy.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They go play action with Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Here's Bigsby.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
eluding the pressure right.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
To throw is Smith.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
There we go, Sonora. Middle.
Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Snowball.
They snap it to Smith.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. A run here with Bigsby. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
Take right open.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Go. 11, Agate.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Check 59, check 59, cover. Here we go.
Throwing now is Geno.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 48 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Lead up 24, 30 left.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
13, Lou.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position.
On. 53. Run on.
Out of the gun, Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2nd down and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
Strike.
Now Smith. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Charbonnet. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
2nd and goal. At the 3-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Snowball.
Smith here, an audible at the line.
Hey, it's a clip.
Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Right back to him on 1st down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
And, Charles, I'm no psychologist, not going to pretend to play one here, not on TV, but it looked to me like the icing that might have gotten to him there.
I think it's a good idea. You and I will stay out of that business, but different kickers react in different ways. It doesn't faze some of them. Others, you're not quite sure, but for whatever the reason, this game is still tied.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Jaguars first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the offensive movement to the west.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Jaguars, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.